Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Jerry.
A lot of people have actually asked that we talk about this. Star Wars Episode 7 might have the martial arts stars from the Raid 2. Specifically, the main guy. I'm just going to say
the guy who plays Rama.
Yeah, well, I think Rama's his cover-up name in the second one.
But it's his name in the first one.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
His fucking name's Rama.
I think so, yeah. The guy who played Mad Dog and another person in the Raid 2.
The guy from the kitchen fight.
And the guy from the kitchen fight, who, that was a fucking brutal fight scene. If you guys haven't seen the Raid and the Raid 2, check them out. It's like, first one's like Die Hard, second one's like Dark Knight. So that's how I view it, at least. Well, because the first Raid is like a 90-minute action piece, takes place in a building.
It's straightforward to a degree.
And Raid 2 is like, let's have multiple storylines.
Let's introduce a little chaos.
Yeah. Why I think this news is actually really special is because I like that J.J. Abrams was paying attention to something like that. A lot of people in America don't know what the Raid is still. For him to pay attention to that, I really respect, just right off the bat, to cast them. I love that because the Raid, what made the martial arts sequences so cool was that they were stylish, it was the actors, and they were not just good fighters, they were good actors.
Yeah.
You know, like they're really talented actors.
Yeah, they sell that stuff.
They move incredibly. And the fight scenes are stylish, yet you can, they're like, it's like violent.
What's going on?
It's like a violent beauty, you know?
Fighting is the language of those movies.
Yeah, but it's, to me, the Raid fighting was like a hybrid of when you got like the Crouching Tiger Matrix type of fighting with the more realistic kind of Bourne fighting.
Yeah.
They sort of put it in one, you know, like they have stylish, where it's obviously martial arts choreographed, but it's also got sort of a raw violence about it. If they put that in Star Wars, I don't know exactly what the fuck they'd be doing, but that'd be pretty fucking sweet.
Like initially when I heard J.J. Abrams was doing Star Wars, it was the same reaction I had to Peter Jackson doing more Lord of the Rings after the other promises. It's like, yeah, I'm sure this will be fine, but, you know, I would have liked to have seen a more inspired choice. And now, the more news I hear from the set, though, the more happy I get about his doing this, because it's like, he clearly knows that people want to see the practical effects, the puppets, the stuff like that, and now he knows that people want like legitimate fight scenes and not just computer stuff. So like J.J. Abrams really seems like he's bringing a lot of what made the original Star Wars movies great back to Star Wars.
And you know, wasn't Ray Park? Wasn't Ray Park a stuntman first?
Ray Parker did the Ghostbusters song, didn't he? Ray Parker.
Yeah. But Ray Park was Darth Maul, and he was a great Darth Maul. If you actually look at it as a performance, he's pretty fucking sinister, you know? It's more than just the makeup. He was the guy actually doing all the flips and shit. It seems smart to do that again, but with these dudes, because no one knew who the fuck Ray Park was. This could even hook more of an audience, because the fans, there might not be the biggest fan base in America, especially for the Raid, but the fan base that exists is a hardcore fan base.
It's got a cult following, for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude.
In America.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the actors that they have, they're fantastic actors. They're great martial artists. I think it's smart. I think it's really clever that they would actually add these guys to it. I hope they're more than just a scene. Like,
yeah, like, it's cool that they're bringing in, you know, the notion of martial arts. Because, you know, it's the Star Wars universe. We think about lightsabers and laser guns, but it does seem like a universe that's encompassing...
Well, especially from the Jedi.
Yeah, it's like their whole way of life is reminiscent of martial arts and stuff like that.
Yeah, because, you know, when you saw the first 3 Star Wars movies, you know, they had the lightsaber fights. They matched sword fights of back then.
Yeah.
And then when episode 1, 2, and 3 came out, they were faster, more stylish. There was some martial arts included because it adjusted to the times.
Yeah.
And now every action movie pretty much requires you do martial arts.
Yeah, because
there was a time where if you would have to get Jackie Chan or Jet Li. Now it's like, no, we're just gonna train our actors for 6 months. We don't need. Ever since The Matrix, that has changed everything for actors, dude.
Now they're out of a job because it's like, oh, we can just train anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a special thing anymore.
We could just get big American stars and just train them. That's excellent.
Well, and then you get the added like mileage out of going like, whoa, I didn't know random white guy could do martial arts. Like, holy shit.
But that's what's so fucking cool to me about it, is instead of him doing that, what we're talking about, so J.J. Abrams going, we could just train some guys, some more well-known faces, He's like, no, we're gonna get the real deal. You know? Like, that's what I really respect about this.
Well, that's the thing is, like, it seems, and all their casting, it really seems like he's keeping an eye on what's been working in the more interesting corners of cinema lately, because it's like he pulled somebody from Attack the Block, which isn't the same kind of movie, but it is, you know, sci-fi, and then he's pulled somebody from, you know, The Raid and things like that. It seems like they're pulling from a lot of interesting places.
I mean, he was the guy, like, most people consider Ghost Protocol the best of the Mission Impossible series, and he was the one who sought out Brad Bird.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's had a few hits.
It's like, even if I'm not always enthused about what J.J. Abrams is up to, it seems like he does know what he's doing.
That's the thing about J.J. Abrams. I'm never that excited, but then when I see a trailer or watch the movie, I love it. It's like, at the end of the day, they could train some famous dude as much as they want. They're not going to get fucking Raid actors, so like that level of greatness.
Well, it's great because the Star Wars universe is a very diverse universe, so I'm glad.
In makeup or some shit.
But either way, it's like, instead of getting a bunch of white dudes who know how to do MMA, it's like, okay, well, these guys are clearly great at what they do. Let's incorporate them into our thing. Let's make this even more broad. And I think that's a great idea, you know, to keep it real, you know, because this movie could have a chance to influence the massive movie market. It's like, let's put some interesting things, let's get some real effects, let's get some really great, you know, people who are great at just being physical and not fix everything in post. You know, I hope that's what this can do, you know. If
they're in charge of like all the choreography, Star Wars is gonna be the shit.
That would be ridiculous.
That's already, like, if you watch my top 10 most anticipated, this news was not released yet. That's my #1 movie I'm looking forward to. And this just makes me look forward to it even more. But anyway, thanks guys for informing me of this news. Jerry and I love The Raid. We saw the first one together, and we saw the second one on the same night. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. And Jerry has a playlist you can check out, does his movie reviews, and we got a bunch more movie news and stuff, and a bunch of shit on the channel. This is called promotion, people. That's what we're doing. We're promoting.
Promote.
Self-promotion. The key to success.
The key.
But I don't feel worthy.
Of the key?
Of, you know, like, obtaining love.
I mean, you just gotta love yourself. Or so they say in all those self-help books.
From my understanding, you have to think positive, love yourself, and not be afraid to give to charity. And be grateful. That's what they all say.
The third one's just, I mean, is good, but a bit random.
Well, they say you have to know how to give in order to receive.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, because all those self-help books are about how to get rich, too. So, yeah.
I thought you specifically meant, like, to give money to charities, to charity organizations. I was like, yeah, but a bit specific. Like, that makes sense. Give in order to receive. And to do so selflessly.
That's how we close our videos, guys.
Philosophy
we want to share.